What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, then you probably don't know that. Well, hold on. Let's be honest. You probably are new here because I just started making these videos. Either way, thanks for tuning in. So in this video, I want to tell the story of a man named Denmark Vesey. Denmark is most notably known for attempting to start a slave rebellion in Charleston, South Carolina in 1822. A little backstory on Denmark. So he was born in the British Virgin Islands. His actual birth date is unknown, and the date he was brought to Charleston is unknown. But he was transported to Charleston by a slave trader by the name of Joseph Vesey. He was brought to Charleston and sold to a slave owner. Joseph continued his voyages to and fro the Virgin Islands to Charleston, selling slaves. On one of his return voyages to Charleston, the man that he originally sold Denmark to was displeased with Denmark's performance in the field, and Denmark became ill and was experiencing seizures. So Joseph purchased Denmark back from that man and basically kept him on his ship as an assistant to him as he transported slaves from the Virgin Islands to America. So right now I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina at Hampton Park in downtown Charleston, right next to the campus of the Citadel, where the Denmark Vesey monument is. It was placed here in 2014 after years and years of community support to get a statue of Denmark placed here in the park. When Joseph's days as a slave trader were over, he settled in Charleston, South Carolina, and started a business as a carpenter. He kept Denmark as a slave, and Denmark assisted him with his carpentry work. In 1799, Denmark entered the lottery, and lo and behold, Denmark did what all of us have wished upon a time that we could do, and he won the lottery. He won $1,500 in 1799. He used that money to purchase his freedom from Joseph and to start a carpentry business of his own in Charleston, South Carolina. Over the years, Denmark gained the trust of communities all around Charleston, both black and white. This was the home of Denmark, 56 Bull Street, Charleston, South Carolina. Denmark was also a prominent figure in the AME church around the Charleston area. He was known to speak very prolifically. He was a great leader, and he motivated people to follow him. So in the years leading up to 1822, Denmark Vesey formed an army of slaves and planned a rebellion. The plan for the rebellion was to go throughout the city of Charleston, light buildings on fire. As white people came to exterminate the fires, parts of the army of slaves would kill those people. Another part of the army would be rummaging through the city, breaking into weapon stores and the armory in downtown Charleston, South Carolina, to gather weapons for the army. Once all the white people in town were exterminated, they would march to the Charleston harbor, get in the ships in the harbor, and sail to the country of Haiti. He picked the country of Haiti because they recently led a successful slave rebellion of their own. So Denmark was a smart man. He spoke 5 different languages, including French, English, Gullah Geechee, Spanish. So he could communicate with everyone and was able to form a pretty large army with lots of resources. The revolt was planned for July 14th, 1822, which was a Sunday. He picked Sunday because that was the only day of the week that slaves were allowed to gather in the city. In the months leading up to July 1822, word started to spread, and it passed through the ears of the wrong people, and basically the jig was up. So slaves were talking, it got back to their masters, and it was found that Denmark was the leader of this rebellion. So Denmark was tried, found guilty, and executed on July 2nd, 1822. Although unsuccessful, the rebellion struck fear in people and slave owners all throughout the South.